Well, it's been 24 hours since my investigation was completed last night. Well, not exactly 24 hours, but close. A day later. I saw a weird light out my window, and that may be anomalous. It might be, but it might not be. It all depends if I see it again tonight. I'm going to keep tabs on that. That's a light I saw through the trees, and that's the only thing I was able to catch on camera. I had to do serious enhancement to the video before I caught anything on camera, and that's normal with this camera. It's not very sensitive to darkness. You can barely detect anything at night or in the low light conditions. Right now it's fairly bright right around me, but the camera video will seem darker. It just isn't that good at dark spaces. But it still was a pretty good investigation. I don't know when the next one will be. I'm doing these maybe around once a week from now on from my room, late at night around 12:15 to 1 a.m., 45 minutes a night. I went upstairs around 12:29 last night. I did a little bit later than I should have. I had to quickly get my stuff together for it. I only do these in late fall, early spring, mainly because the weather is right. There's various other reasons too, but I thought it was a pretty good investigation. It could have been a lot better, but it's interesting that I've actually done some work with a spreadsheet to look at all my sightings I've ever had of UFOs since 2006. Not counting the one in 2006, well, 14 since 2008. There's a bunch of other ones in here that aren't there. I studied how much I see on average per year, per month, what months I saw them at, what times I saw them at, what directions I saw them in, and I discovered that an investigation from the porch isn't as good as from my bedroom. There's a lot more coverage in my bedroom, although it's in different directions, one direction in common, but still. I also noticed that the other direction I can't get from my bedroom. I barely ever noticed anything in it, so it's not much of a loss. And I've noticed some stuff from the other direction, like last night's object. So doing it from my room past 12:15, for a reason I won't mention, sounds a lot better for me, and I can get away with it better at night. I don't talk very much when I'm in my room. I'm usually very quiet. I don't think I'm going to be caught, hopefully. I don't do it enough to make it an issue, and I don't want to do it every night. That's just too much work. Once a week is what it's going to be. But out of all the UFOs I've seen that have been documented in this spreadsheet, which is 14 at least, 42.86% have been in November. Very interesting stat. I don't know why. That's 6 of them. 33.33% were seen around 7 p.m. 35.71% were seen late at night, 10 p.m. or later, or early morning, which is like, midnight to 4 a.m. Most of them are at night, 92.86%. 63.64% of my sightings would be visible from my room. And some other things here. The directions I saw them at were interesting. A lot of them came from east-northeast. That's the direction I see most of my UFOs, weirdly. I don't know what it is, but it's just an odd little coincidence. And what's very interesting is this whole area in Boston, in greater Boston area since last year, has had a rash of UFO sightings. I believe there was 3 in Boston last year. Between last year and this year, there have been, for me, 8 in total between the 4, and one of them is not quite sure it's a UFO, honestly. It could be. It might not be. It could be just a star shining through the trees, but it has to be a very bright one. I don't think it's a star, though, because it's not in the right place to be any star, and that's bright enough to do it. And there's only one possible star to do that. That's Sirius. Sirius is too low in the sky to be this. It's just a lot of interesting stuff I categorized in this spreadsheet. I'm going to add more stuff to it because there's a couple of sightings I forget about. One I saw way back in 2006. I think that was my first real UFO sighting. I don't remember it very often because I don't think about it very often, but that was way down on the highway. Actually, I saw that weirdest light, really weird puffy blue light, circular shaped, kind of like an O, and pulsing, bluish colored, disappeared. I saw it right before we hit some construction lights, and everything was brightened up so I couldn't see the sky, and then when I drove past the construction lights, it was gone. Well, when I rode past, because I wasn't driving that night, but still, I've had some very interesting sightings, and I'm going to talk about this spreadsheet in my next video. This is M.U.P.H.A.R.T. signing out.